Have you ever wondered how the world of Demon Slayer would change if some key characters were still alive? Picture this: Kanae Kocho, Sabito, Makomo, and Yuichiro Tokido teaming up with Tanjiro, the Hashiras, and the Demon Slayer Corps in their epic battle against the 12 Kizuki and Muzan. Buckle up because this what-if scenario is about to get wild. This video contains major spoilers for Demon Slayer manga and anime. Anime-only fans, proceed with caution. Now let's begin with the one and only flower Hashira, Kanae Kocho. The flower Hashira was probably one of the most compassionate characters in the whole series until she met her demise at the hands of the upper rank 2 demon Doma. But let's rewind the clock for a bit. What if Kanae never faced Doma? Or better yet, what if she did face him and still survived? That means that the Demon Slayer Corps would still have one of the most talented and kind-hearted Hashira among their ranks. In the second official Kimetsu no Yaiba fanbook, Giyuᝰ claims that Sanemi had a crush on Kanae, although we never got any confirmation from the Wind Hashira himself. Even Sanemi, the toughest nut to crack, had a soft spot for her. They could have been the ultimate demon-slaying power couple. Sanemi, tough as nails, would finally work up the courage to confess his feelings after fighting alongside Kanae. The battlefield would have more sparks flying than a fireworks show. With Kanae alive, Shinobu wouldn't be a vengeance-driven insect Hashira. She'd be more like her sister, kind, gentle, and lethal. Kanae's survival means Shinobu doesn't have to sacrifice herself in the final showdown with Doma. Together, the Kocho sisters would be an unstoppable force, making Shinobu's fighting style more balanced and efficient. Kanae's life would be a whole new story. With both Kanae and Shinobu mentoring her, Kanae would grow into a confident, decision-making warrior. No more coin flipping, just pure, unadulterated badassery. During the final battle at Infinity Castle, Kanae wouldn't face Doma alone. She'd have her sisters, and together they could change the fate of many Hashira, ensuring more of them survive to see another day. As a Suguko, her training under Kanae would be more efficient than just training with Shinobu. That way she'd get to perfect the flower-breathing style. She could also assist other demon slayers with their fights, showcase her skills, and the perfected flower-breathing style. Kanae's presence would transform Kanae's life, giving her the strength and confidence she needs to carve her path in life. Imagine Kanae and Shinobu teaming up with Mitsuri and Obanai in the final battle. Our lovebirds might just survive and get to live out their lives together. Picture them in a cozy house, reminiscing about their battles and planning a peaceful future. But Kanae is not the only one we're here to talk about today. While having her alive until the end of the Infinity Castle arc would change the tides in the Demon Slayer Corps' favor, we still have a couple of people left to discuss. Next up is none other than the cold-hearted brother of the Mist Hashira, Yuichiro Tokido. Yuichiro's survival would keep Muichiro grounded, but let's be honest, it would take some serious convincing from Ubuyashiki and Muichiro to get Yuichiro to join the Demon Slayer Corps. Once in, he'd be the ultimate big brother, watching over Muichiro and reluctantly warming up to Tanjiro's charm. Picture this: the Tokido twins as Hashira, descendants of the legendary Michikatsu Sugekuni, unleashing their full potential. While he would join the Demon Slayer Corps to take care of his brother, we have a feeling that it would take forever before Yuichiro warms up to the rest of the Hashiras, since his main purpose would be to make sure that Muichiro is safe and protected. All we know is that there's no way he would let his brother go on a mission alone. This means that eventually he would end up working together with Tanjiro in the Swordsmith Village, and with Tanjiro's way of just making people warm up to him, well, he got almost all the Hashiras to like and support him in his mission. It won't be long before Yuichiro also starts appreciating Tanjiro as well. We feel like it would remind Yuichiro of the way his brother was, since Muichiro was also kind-hearted just like Tanjiro. Now, relationships aside, let's get into why Yuichiro being alive would be one of the biggest power-ups that the Demon Slayer Corps could gain. During the climactic battle against Muzan, having both Tokido brothers alive would be a game-changer. Their synchronized attacks, driven by their shared lineage, would provide the Demon Slayer Corps with a much-needed advantage. The brothers' bond, coupled with their immense power, would make them invaluable allies, significantly reducing the casualties and ensuring a more favorable outcome for the Corps. Yuichiro's presence would mean Muichiro wouldn't have the burden of his brother's death, making them an unbeatable duo against Kokushibo. And in the final battle with Muzan, the Tokido twins with their ancestors' power coursing through their veins would be the game changers the Demon Slayer Corps desperately needs. Finally, let's dive into what would happen if Sabito and Makomo were still alive. These two were Tanjiro's training spirits, and their survival would change everything. Sabito and Makomo are the two spirits who helped Tanjiro train right at the beginning of the series. Both of them died at the hands of the Hand Demon and were present as spirits when Tanjiro was training to participate in the final selection. Sabito and Makomo's deaths were pivotal in shaping Giyuᝰ, the current water Hashira. But what if they lived? Sabito, with his exceptional talent, would likely become a water Hashira alongside Giyuᝰ. This duo would redefine water-breathing techniques, creating breathtaking synergies in battle. But what if both of Urokodaki's students never died at the hands of the Hand Demon? There There was no doubt about it, even the hand demon claimed that Sabito was the most talented of all of Urokodaki's students, even more so than Giyuᝰ. That alone goes to show how much potential he had. There's no question that Sabito would easily become the water Hashira had he survived the hand demon, and Giyuᝰ wouldn't feel guilty anymore. That way, both Sabito and Giyuᝰ would be able to make their way up to the Demon Slayer Corps. And it won't be long before we get to see two water Hashiras working together. Not only that, but if Sabito were still alive, Tanjiro would have another mentor and close friend in the Demon Slayer Corps. It wouldn't just be Giyuᝰ. Just like in the series, Sabito would help train Tanjiro. This way, with the help of Sabito, Tanjiro would easily be able to become much stronger than he was. Makomo, though not as powerful as a Hashira, would still be a formidable ally for Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. Together, they'd form an unstoppable team full of energy and camaraderie. Having another powerful Hashira on board would make things so much easier for the Demon Slayer Corps. Not only that, but there's also one specific fight that comes to mind whenever we think of the water Hashira Giyuᝰ. The fight between Akaza, Tanjiro, and Giyuᝰ was one of the best fights in the Infinity Castle arc. However, having Sabito and Makomo there would completely change the outcome. Tanjiro and Giyuᝰ barely held on during the fight, but having those two on their side could completely change the game. Giyuᝰ and Sabito could be on the offense. Tanjiro and Makomo supporting from the sidelines throughout the fight, Akaza wouldn't stand a chance. Giyuᝰ and the rest of the water-breathing gang would be an incredible help in the final face-off against Muzan. The fact that there would be another Hashira on the field would make the fight way more incredible and less strenuous to the Demon Slayers. With another water-breathing user on the battlefield, Giyuᝰ and Sabito both could pull off some crazy dazzling combos that would leave Muzan disoriented and vulnerable. The presence of Kanae, Sabito, Makomo, and Yuichiro would drastically alter the dynamics of the final confrontation with Muzan. Kanae's compassion and strategic mind, Sabito and Giyu's water-breathing mastery, Makomo's support, and the Tokido brothers' overwhelming power would create a formidable team. Their combined efforts would not only enhance their battle strategies, but also uplift the morale of the entire Demon Slayer Corps. So, what do you think? How would the final battle with Muzan change if these characters were still alive? Would the Hashira live happily ever after? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for joining us on this thrilling ride. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for more epic Demon Slayer what-if scenarios.